Hello there, everyone. In this video, I am going to be reviewing some of the software that you can use during this class. For those of you who aren't on a Mac or a Windows machine, you can download a Chrome extension called Edity or something similar to this. It is an HTML or JavaScript editor that you can use directly in Chrome. There are pros and cons to this. One pro is that it's easy to use and quick. And one con is that it's harder to find errors in it later on in the course. So be aware of that as you're starting the class. The ones that we suggest, though, are VS Code, Brackets, or Sublime. Okay, these are all great code editors, and they all have their different pros and cons, and it will kind of depend on which you prefer. I think Sublime is the most simple of all of them, and in addition to that, it is probably my favorite one to use. You can see I go to this download page, and it has right here um, some different things that you can do. You can see it has multiple cursors right here. Uh, and you can like select a text and hit Control D and it'll select the next instance of that, and then you can edit all of them in place. And so it has some really nice things. But if I open up Sublime, this is what it will look like right after I download it. Really clear, empty, nothing really going on. um, just a little toolbar up here with some different things. But it's really nice. It's really simple. Once I have some text in here, I can say this is some awesome text. Let's make that a little bit bigger. Okay, and I can just like paste that. And you can see that I have this bar over here that's kind of coming down. Okay, and so it'll show you a little miniaturized version of what you're seeing. Okay, which is also nice. And you can see if I hit like Control D, it'll select those and say super awesome. So pretty slick. But this is Sublime. Okay, if I were to click on this VS Code link right here, you can see it also takes me to a download page. And if I click on it, I already have it downloaded, but once you download it, it will look something like this. Okay, so right off the get-go, you can see there's more going on in Visual Studio Code. There's a few things on the side here, which is nice. Um, and it's able to do quite a bit more. Both VS Code and Sublime have extensions that you can download for them to add functionality to the program, which is really nice. Um, but if I wanted to just open up a new file, I could just hit Control N and say this is awesome too. And you can see I have this like sidebar showing up down here too. And it also has hotkeys to let me do the exact same thing as we did in Sublime. Okay. Now with that said, uh, one thing that I'm going to invite you all to do this course during this course is to create a template HTML file. Okay, so if we jump into week 3 right here and just click on chapter 3 HTML basics, you can see, let's see. All right, we have this required elements right here. Okay, so if I just copy this and I'm just going to paste it right in here and hit save, and I'm just going to name this template.html. Okay. Oh, look at those beautiful colors. Okay, so I have this right here. I'm just going to tab these over. Anytime you have something inside of anything else, you kind of want to make a tab to show, hey, everything right here is inside of this HTML tag. Everything inside of here is inside the head tag, and so forth. But this could be like my template HTML. And as we go further in the course, you might want to add things to this template, different things that you find yourself doing each week, and so forth. Okay, but let's say I just wanted to like add a paragraph right here. Okay, I could say I just add a paragraph. This is an awesome paragraph. Close my tag right there, and you can see that this is tabbed over to show that it is inside of my body. Now, to run this, to actually see what's going on, if I right click and say copy file path, what that will do is basically copy this desktop template.html. Okay, and I can come over here and just paste it right in my browser. Okay, and then you can see, oh, this is an awesome paragraph. Okay, this title right here is what shows up from right here. Title of the web page. Hit refresh, you can see that changed over here. And so that's how you run a program. Now in Visual Studio Code, let's say I want to do the same exact thing. Okay. Um, I'm just going to open up that file. We have this template file. Here we go. And if I wanted to right click on this and say copy path, it'll do the same thing. And I come over here, paste that in a Chrome, and I can see that it does the exact same thing. Okay, now what I was saying about Edity, these Chrome extensions not being quite as good generally, is because over here I can hit F12 or right click and hit inspect, and there are different tools accessible to me right here that most Chrome extensions don't let you use. Okay. With that said, that's just kind of a brief run through of these two programs. Um, like I said, preference-wise, you do whatever you want. As you can see, I have both of them downloaded on onto my computer, and I use them for different things. And for the purpose of this class, I do use Sublime for most of my stuff. And you'll see in all of my assignment videos that I make, I use Sublime for all of them. One thing that I would also recommend is making a folder. So wherever you want to make this folder, um, just make like a CIT 160 programs or something like that. And then whenever you open up Sublime, you'll have this, okay? And so I could hit new file and be like, okay, this is my HTML file, and I'll save it as assignment 3a.html or whatever, because you'll be using these assignments throughout the course. You'll also be able to use your assignments on your exams. So anything that you've written up, you will be able to reference while you take tests. Okay, so just a couple of tips for the class and for getting started with these programs. But again, there isn't a wrong choice. Between these two programs, both are great. Brackets was also listed on here, and it's also great. But yeah, so let me know if you have any questions, and I will look forward to talking with you soon.